let's be honest, racial. If Trayvon was white and he had a hoodie on, would that happen?
The jury never really discussed race as being a motivating factor here.
Remind you, they're white. Well, one Hispanic.
I would like them to tell me one case that white people think is about race, because white people always say, this isn't about color, this isn't about race. Nothing is about race according to white people in America.
I told Trayvon might have been a rapist. Parents need to stop acting dumb. If you gonna tell your child, oh, when you see a stranger, oh, you tell your child one thing, run away, trying to find somebody. That's not what Trayvon was doing.
Back with my co-host Samantha Shocker. That, of course, was Rachel Gentile, Trayvon Martin's friend. The George Zimmerman trial reopened, I guess I'll say, wounds, exposed racial divides, brought the topic up. Whether the case itself was about race or not, certainly race issues have been evoked. Do you agree, Sam?
I agree. I think it's racially charged, politically charged, emotionally charged.
Yeah, emotionally charged. And that's kind of where I want to keep it, because I think we hear each other when we talk about the emotional charge that race issues trigger. Back with social commentator Shahrazad Ali, attorney Mark Eiglarsh, radio show host Brian Copeland. Joining us, George Zimmerman's friend and supporter, Frank Taffy. Now, Frank, you don't think Rachel made good points about race, do you?
You know, I got a problem with Rachel, and here's the deal. Shelley Zimmerman, George's wife, was arrested for lying under oath. And yet, Rachel Gentile, on 2 separate occasions, under oath to the state attorney's office, perjured herself. But yet, we want to talk about a dual standard here, yet Shelley was arrested for perjury, but Miss Rachel or Miss Precious or Miss Diamond Eugene, whatever she goes by.
Come on, Frank. You're back. Come on,
Miss
Frank.
Gentile, hold on. Okay, hold on. Let me finish and make my point. Shelley was arrested for perjury, and Miss Diamond Eugene, Rachel Gentile, went on record and said that she did lie under oath. But yet, she wasn't arrested? Come on, I want to hear your response.
Miss Ali.
Why wasn't she arrested?
Miss Ali, then Mark.
Perjury is perjury.
Yes.
Perjury is perjury.
I want to respond.
Go ahead.
No, I
she didn't
definitely
lie?
want to respond to that.
Go ahead.
Listen to me.
I want to hear
As
it.
black people, we are a victim of educational fraud. Every history book in this country is a lie. Everything that has been written about who did what, who invented what, has been a lie. So don't talk to me about lying, because y'all are the biggest liars on the planet.
Trayvon was going back to whoop that ass.
Okay, hold on.
Trayvon was going back to whoop that ass.
Frank, hold on a second. Mark, help me.
Well, I first have to find something intelligent to respond to, and
well, Frank is saying that
I think I heard.
Perjury.
Frank is saying that he's aware of some perjury that was not prosecuted.
All right, I'll respond to that.
Okay.
All right, fair enough. First of all, welcome to my world. For 21 years, almost every single day, in every single courtroom, in depositions and hearings, there's somebody who lies. If the prosecutor prosecuted every single person who did that, the system would overflow.
Mark, twice.
It is a valid
Shelley
point. I'm not
lied
done,
once.
Frank.
Shelley lied
Frank,
once,
I'm making
Mark,
a point.
and she was arrested.
I did not interrupt you. Could you just stop for a second? Let me make my point.
Go.
The prosecutors obviously select which cases they want to bring and which they do not. They have that ability to do so. Is it fair? No, it's not. Frank makes a fairly valid point.
Brian, what do you think about that?
Thank you, Mark.
Well, from attorney friends I know and in cases I've had a chance to look into, you know, he's absolutely right that in every single case, I mean, you look at divorce cases, I mean, look at civil cases, somebody's always lying. And
We're talking about this one. Let's talk about this one.
We're talking about this particular case. I am not.
Frank,
You
can you stop
know what,
interrupting
Frank?
people?
Hey, you know what, Frank? Can you stop auditioning for a Fox gig for 10 seconds to let somebody else talk? Do you mind?
Go, Brian,
I
go.
told you, you're not going to bully me.
Go, Brian.
Go ahead.
All right, but anyway, the bottom line here is
that's the way you
really,
feel,
I find it offensive. I find it very offensive that Frank says it isn't about race when you heard what he does. He race baits every chance he gets. I've seen your Twitter account.
You guys
Frank,
bring up the race.
There's
going to be 100 cities marching
Frank, I've seen
to arrest
Mr.
Zimmerman
your
on
Twitter
civil
account
rights tomorrow.
I have seen. Can I say
rally.
something here? Again, you're not going to shout me down.
Go ahead. I want to hear what you say.
I have seen your Twitter account. On your Twitter account, you've called African Americans cotton pickers. On your Twitter account, you have told black people that they're using Negro logic. On your Twitter account, you told people to stop talking because you're going to go and watch Roots.
You don't know what you're talking about, bro.
Well, what do you mean, Frank? What do you mean? Was that on your Twitter account or not?
No, it was not.
I have it. I have the printouts. I have the printouts. I have the printouts.
I don't care what you got, man.
Do we really want to just...
You ain't got it. This ain't a court of law, buddy.
Okay, Frank, hold on a second.
Just bring it, bro.
Miss Ali, you got your hand nicely held up there. I want to go to you.
Yes, I wanted to go back to the lying part.
Okay.
We, as black people, have been victimized by educational fraud. Every history book in this country is a lie about us. It doesn't tell the truth of what we have accomplished. It doesn't tell the truth about who built what. We built the White House. We laid out Washington, D.C. Black people have done a lot of things, and we do not get recognition or credit for anything we have contributed to this country.
Amendment. It was approved by Congress on January 31st, 1865, the 13th Amendment.
It's called the
frees
Cave.
The slaves. Where have you been?
It's called the Cave, and some of y'all we should have left in it.
If I'm lying, I'm dying.
Miss Ali, what is it you're referring to specifically?
We can only hope, Frank.
Miss Ali, what is specific? Because I don't want to get
1865, 13th Amendment.
Hang on, Frank.
1-3. Look
at
the
histories.
Because I kind of disagree with you. I think people are doing every effort to be accurate about this.
No, we have never had an accurate history in America, and that's one of the problems that we are angry about. The books tell lies, even about what has been
Miss Ali,
created in Egypt.
Let me interrupt you and just say maybe the mythology of America is wrong. The history books, the genuine history books, are probably close to right. Close. I mean, you're right. History has its own distortions.
No!
But our mythology is wrong. I would agree with you on
Can I
that.
ask Ms. Gali a question?
Yeah. Yes, go ahead, Mark.
For the unicorns and crop circles.
If we're talking about history books being inaccurate, I'd like to ask you one question. I need no judgment, and all I need is a yes or no. I want to ask you about your book, Miss Ali.
I don't have to answer your question.
The book that you have been trying to sell. Well, I'm going to ask it, and then we'll just see. The book that you're trying to sell on this show, yes or no, do you say the following? Black women have smaller brains than black men. And secondly, if a black woman ignores the black man's authority, the black man needs to take control and slap her in the mouth.
Wow.
Yes or no, is that from your book?
Wow.
Now, I think he ought to slap you in the mouth. But here's the point.
Sounds like OJ to me.
Here is the point.
Sounds like OJ to me.
Frank, please, man. Miss Ali, go. Go ahead.
Well, let me answer.
Go ahead.
Is that a yes or a no?
Your own doctor,
yes or no?
Dr.
It's a
John
simple
Gray,
yes or no.
talks about the fact that the man's brain is 10% larger than the female's brain.
Yeah, but
the
brain size doesn't correlate with intelligence, guys. Listen, guys. We're getting way off topic.
This is so off topic.
Yeah,
Can we
Samantha.
focus on the case here? This is ridiculous, you guys.
Well, it's not ridiculous because we started this evening talking about.
Tried to get that dig in.
We're started this evening talking about the way.
It was a yes or no question.
Well, I'd rather attack the male brain. I think that's an easier case to make than where we've gone here. But the fact is, we started this evening trying to talk about a meaningful conversation.
You know you don't pay for that, Mark.
About the feelings associated with race, and that's where I'm trying to keep
that'd be a
this.
yes. Those are your words. You advocate smacking in the mouth. I'm just asking. Yes. I mean, I didn't get a yes or no answer.
I advocate sending you back to the cave.
Fair enough. Fair enough. That was
I advocate sending Mark back to the cave along with
enough
love.
tax. Let's go, guys. Let's easy.
You two talk amongst yourselves.
Brian, would you like to take me home?
Play nice.
No, Brian, I'll give you a chance to take me home. Brian, go.
Opportunity to take you home.
Yeah.
Bottom line here is that if you want to look at this case and what it's done to America, it has given us an opportunity to discuss race relations in a real, honest, and truthful manner. Now, whether or not we can get above all of the yelling and all of the emotion and all the vitriol, that remains to be seen. But there is an opportunity.
I agree. That was that, and you see how even we try to have these conversations, we get off the rail pretty easily. I apologize for that, but I still think it's worth the effort of trying to have these conversations. Thank you, panel. Next up. Very excited to welcome expert witness from the Jodi Arias case, Janine DeMarte. She's here exclusively. She joins our Behavior Bureau. There she is. And later, Jodi Arias back in court today. When will that trial end? More after this.